Hi, we are going to be working on Excel today. So here, through Teams or Firefly, you should download this folder called CoverWalk. It's a compressed or a zipped folder. So you need to download it. And when you open this folder, you will find two Excel files. And the first one that we're going to be working with is planets.xls. So when you open this file, planets.xls, you will see some data and you will see a list of tasks that you need to do. So here is some little data, and you're going to be manipulating this data using these tasks that I have given you. So if we just go one by one, the first task says make the columns B and C wider. Okay. If you see, that's my column B and this is my column C, and I can't even see the entire title in the cells. And here, if you see, there is a value which is large enough, and it's not even fitting in the entire view, and I can't even see what this value is. So that is why the first task is to make the columns B and C wider for visibility. So if you just go here and hover your mouse just at the edge of column B and drag this, you will be able to see the entire title and even the value which was big enough for you not to see it. It'll also get revealed. And then do the same, just place your mouse over here at the edge of C column and drag it towards the right so that you're able to see the entire title over here. Okay, somewhat like that. Okay, so that all of the data in the cells is visible to you. Second task says make the planet names size 14. So I'm sure it's the same thing as it is in Microsoft Word. So you select all of these cells, which are the planet names, and from here on top, the drop down is available to you, and you can actually just make the size 14, or you can just simply type in 14 in this value in this text box, right? Third task is make the titles in row 1 Century Gothic, which is one of the font types, font size 14 and bold. So we're talking about row 1, and this is my row 1. So I will just select this. I will go here in the drop down and I will find the font which I need to work with, and it's here. Century Gothic. Font size you can change to 14 and make this as bold by pressing the B button out here. Okay. Fourth task says shade the moon cells for each planet in green. So these are my moon cells, which shows you the information about the number of moons in each planet. So I'm going to select all of these cells and I need to shade them green. So from top here, the paint bucket tool, I'm just going to select any particular shade of green um, and shade them green. Fifth task says put a border around the whole table. So I'm gonna just basically select the entire table. And over here, when I press this, I will get a lot of different kind of borders. You can choose any one, but it says put a border around the whole table. So you can go with either all borders or thick outside borders. Any one of these options should be able to give you an entire border, as you can see on my screen. Sixth task is place all the numbers into size 12 with 0 decimal places. Now this one, if you see here, all of these cells are 224.7, 365.3, 686.9. So they have a decimal place. And this task is asking me to format them so that I don't see any decimal places. So what I'm going to do here is, first of all, it says into size 12. So I'm going to select all of the numbers, make the size to 12, right? And then while my cells are already selected, I'm going to right click. I'm going to format these cells, right? And because they have numbers in it, so I'll just select the number category and I will actually make the decimal places 0 so that what I get is rounded figures and no decimal figures at all. Okay. So I'm sorry. So just like that, you got to finish all of these tasks which are given on this uh, particular sheet. Once you are done with this sheet, what you got to do is go on to the next spreadsheet here. If you see down below, there is art. So art is the name of the other spreadsheet which I want you to work on today. So when you go to art, what you see is here, you have got a purple little work area here, and I have given you some tasks on the right hand side which you need to perform on these cells. So I'm sorry. So in this particular task, what you have to do is basically just shade the cells according to the ranges that I have already provided you. So let's see the first one. It says that for cells F2 to I2, you have to shade these cells red. Now what's F2? This is my F column and second row. So this is my F2 and it even shows here, this is F2. So I got to select F2 to I2 and shade this color as red. Okay, excuse me. Right? And just like that, all these ranges have to be colored red. All of these ranges have to be colored pink and then brown and then black. So once you're done with shading all these, colors into the relevant ranges, you will be able to see what character did we actually come up with. Okay. I'll also just explain to you one more thing. So do not get confused when you see something like this. It says K11 to I10 here needs to be shaded brown. So let's see first of all, where is K11? So this is my K column and that's my 11th row. No, this one, 11 to I10. Okay. So from here up until I10. Okay. Now if you see this cell out here is I10. So I've selected all of these boxes because they fall within that range. So K11 to I10 need to be shaded some color of brown. So you can choose one darker shade of brown and there you go. Okay, so it will reveal some kind of a character, right? So once you're done with this sheet, the entire spreadsheet, just go file, save as, and give your spreadsheet a name as your own name and save it in your work area. Okay. Now, next thing that you have to do is open this sheet, which is called the Mario starter sheet. In this, you will be applying some formulas and some functions in Excel. Okay. Now, what you have to do here is there are three levels in this Super Mario sheet. Okay, this is level 1, there's level 2 and level 3. So first level, you have to basically add all these numbers together. Okay, and I don't want you to use mental math or I don't want you to use calculators to do that. I want you to apply formulas in Excel so that you're able to add all of these numbers. Okay, now watch carefully how do we actually add formulas. So if I have to add 19 and 75 and display the result in this green cell, I'm going to select this green cell. And here I will say equal. Okay, all the formulas in Excel always start with an equal to sign. So equal to sum, I open the bracket and I select these two numbers carefully. I close the bracket and I hit enter. So it shows me 94 as the sum. Okay, so when this cell is selected, you can even see what formula did I apply. I said equal to sum, open the bracket, select these two cells, close the bracket, hit enter. Okay, let me show you another one. Let's add 137 and 249. So I go to my green cell, I say equal sum, open the bracket, select the range of cells, close the bracket, hit enter, and there you go. Okay, so in level 1, all you have to do is apply the same formula to all of these numbers and it will keep on adding some coins that you're supposed to find. Okay, let's move on to level 2. In level 2, there are some numbers that you have to add, which you will be able to add using the same sum formula. But there are some numbers which you have to subtract. Okay, so let's look at one subtraction here. Let's say I have to subtract the number 369 from 848, and I have to display the result in the green cell. So here what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put an equals to sign. I want to subtract 848. Right? I mean, I want to subtract 369 from 848. So I've selected 848 and then I use the subtraction sign, which is just a simple dash. And then I select 369 and I hit enter. So it shows me 479. Okay, let's do another one. If I want to subtract 769 from 937, in the green cell, I say equal to 937 minus 769, hit enter, and you got to see the result. Okay, so this sheet is all about adding and subtracting, right? And it will also reveal you some coins out here. Now, when you move to level 3, In level 3, if you see, this sheet is entirely about multiplying and dividing the numbers using the formula. So how do we do that? The signs are also given on top here, but just to show you how do you do that, if I want to multiply 27 times 9 in the green cell, I will say equal to, I select 27, I use a star sign, which is a sign used for multiplication in Excel, star, and then 9, I select 9 and I hit enter. So it shows me 27 times 9 is 243, right? I'm going to do another one, another multiplication for you. So if I have to 5 times 39 in the green cell, I'm going to say equal to 5, put a star, select 39, hit enter, and you got 195, right? Now, this one was about multiply. There are some adding and subtracting also, which you should be able to do it now. The last one over here is trying out a division. So if I have to divide number 572 by 11 in the green cell, what I'm going to do, I'll say equal to 572 is the cell which I selected. I put a slash sign, and I use um, I select the cell which has 11 value, and I hit enter. I got 52, right? Let's do another one. So 286 divided by 13 equals to 268 slash 13, enter. And there you go, right? So you have to actually solve all of them to reveal some of the coins. This is what you have to do for the cover lesson. Please just save your work and then you can upload the completed tasks on Firefly. Just upload both the Excel files with your name and claim the task as completed. Thank you.